Good evening, everybody. Glad to see everyone here tonight. We're just going to give about another minute, make sure everybody who wants to come in to the stream, they can come in. We are going to talk a little bit about the weekend weather, when we can expect rain. And again, we weren't looking at a washout for the weekend. Still not. Actually, it's going to be a fairly decent weekend. And then we're going to take a look at the month of June using the LRC, and then we got a couple other things that got a question that was proposed to Weather 2020 that I thought that might be a little educational, that we can go through tonight as well. So we got a few things to talk about. If you notice up here on the left hand side, you notice we have a new format on chat. And one of the reasons is because I got a couple of suggestions is trying to come up with the chat where you can actually read. The other chat was just too small, too blurry to be able to read. So I had changed the software around just a little bit, and I think that you should be able to read the comments and the chat over on the left hand side. So let me know, make sure you can read it. Drop me a comment, let me know, hey, that's a lot better, or hey, that's a lot worse than what it was. But we should be able to get to where everybody can read all the comments from all the platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. So we should be able to read everybody's comments right there under the box. So, hi David, Hannah. My sis is on there. So, and another thing, if you're watching from Facebook, this is what's so awesome. This has grown enough now where now it's pennies, but on Facebook you can send stars, and that what it does is I get like a penny, and of course it's gonna take a lot to make a bunch of money, but it can help maybe offset, say, some internet costs or something like that. I thought that'd be kind of cool. And if you're watching from YouTube, YouTube actually has now, I believe I got an email from them and said, hey, congratulations, we got you are able to accept super chats and stars and a way also to make money on YouTube. So, I figured if I'm able to make an extra $30 or $40 a month to help toward the internet bill, that would be awesome. So, a couple different ways you guys can help support the room. So, that was pretty exciting to get those emails from both of those big, mega social media places. So, Elizabeth, how are you tonight? Debbie, Dina, what are you doing? Good to see ya. And of course, Daddy-O, of course he's on there for sure. Of course, let's see here. Make sure we are streaming on Facebook, I guess. Hey, look at that. So, well, look at my sissy go. She's already jumping into a super chat. And I think pretty much what that does, that keeps her post up there on the very top for a while. Hey, Brady Brown. So, okay, so let's just jump in here real quick, guys. So we got a little bit to talk about. So obviously, right along the state line, we have a line of non-severe showers and thunder showers. They're going to be making its way into West Central Missouri probably around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then eventually move off to the east. They are going to pretty much weaken as they come across West Central Missouri. Not expecting a whole lot of precipitation from this little line, but as we go through the overnight, mainly tomorrow, we're going to have several rounds of showers and thunder showers. The great news, no severe weather is expected, so that's awesome. Where I think we're all kind of battling that storm fatigue is pretty much what is actually a proven thing. So many severe storms, so many storms going out there that, you know what, you're just tired. You're tired of all the storms. So this is a good break for us, but we do have the potential to get half inch to an inch of rain through Saturday. So we are going to be seeing some moisture. So let's take a look at what we can expect. Of course, we bring our short-term model, and we bring that over, and of course this is this line that's about at the state line right now. Okay, so what we have as that comes through West Central Missouri, you kind of notice how it starts breaking up a little bit. And again, none of these are going to be severe. They might be a little loud, might have a lightning strike or two, but they're not going to be loud. Or they're not going to be strong. You might hear a little thunder, but mostly just some moderate to light rain showers as they push across. And then right here, of course, is your time lapse. Okay, so as we let's see, as this line moves through, and we go into Friday, you notice there's going to be several periods of showers and thunder showers throughout the day tomorrow. Okay, we'll have a couple breaks in between, but you could get just a downpour that might last for 5 minutes, and then a 30-minute break, and then another downpour. And these are actually going to move out probably somewhere around the 8 to 10 p.m. time frame. They'll be moved out of the area for good. Now, outside of an isolated shower, really the rest of the weekend is looking great, guys. So no severe weather, just an outside shot of seeing isolated shower, probably not even a thunderstorm, just an isolated shower throughout the day on Saturday. But for the most part, we're going to be sitting in good shape. So not much has changed for the going forecast through the weekend, with the exception of Saturday looked a little drier and Sunday looked a little drier, outside of a couple of just very isolated shower that just might pop up as that system completely clears away. Now, one thing that you need to know is we will have an introduction of more severe chances beginning on Monday and Tuesday. The atmosphere, the pattern that we're in is not really supportive of a big tornado outbreak, so to speak, like it has been over the last 4 weeks. But it is springtime, and we still have that battleground between warm air and cold air. So we are going to see a few chances of severe storms, according to that LRC calendar that I posted up here just, I don't know, last week, I think sometime. But we will go into next week's chances on Sunday morning. Also on Sunday morning, we will be doing the global predictor. So if anybody has any plans coming up here the next 5 months, and maybe a wedding or an outdoor party or something like that, jot those dates and where they're at down, and Sunday morning we can go through it. It don't take hardly any time at all, and I get you a forecast based on the LRC instantly, using this global predictor. And of course, the global predictor is something that Gary Lezak and the LRC Weather 2020 team have been working on over the last, oh my gosh, almost 30 years now. So a question arose on Weather 2020 and the LRC about how active this spring has been. Okay, and how come we got a very active spring and severe storm season, yet we didn't get a whole lot of snow? And how can that be a cycling period? You would think we would get a huge snowstorm and then a huge severe storm. But it doesn't quite work that way, and I will actually explain that for you guys. So the reason we have been just absolutely up to our eyebrows in severe storms is because most of these low pressure systems have been up here to the northwest of us. Okay, they've been sitting right here. Now, of course, you've got the dry line, you've got a front up here. So guess what? As this low pressure system moves to the east, we get all of these thunderstorms here in eastern Kansas and west central Missouri. That's all fine and dandy. But in wintertime, this is not the place to see snowfall. In the wintertime, you want to be on the northeast side. That's the deformation band. You guys remember back in the wintertime that terminology. But that's typically in the northwest side of the low. So obviously we missed a lot of the big snows during the winter, but during the springtime we get a bunch of severe storms, and it's still the same pattern, still the LRC in play. So, hey Tracy, no, it's not going to rain all weekend actually. We just kind of went through all that. We're expecting rain showers overnight, several periods of rain, thunder showers on Friday, and then about 10 o'clock tomorrow night, that ought to be moved off to the east, and we're really going to have a decent weekend with just a few isolated, scattered showers that might pop up on Saturday, but nothing that's going to damper any plans. So we're actually going to have a pretty nice weekend. So that's awesome. So let's take a look at what the month of June has in store for us. We'll take a look at the dashboard. So basically what this is going to allow us to do is, and we can kind of see it better instead of just isolating our counties if we show like the Missouri map. So temperature wise, we're going to be above average by 2 to 3 degrees for the month of June. Okay, that's what all this brown here, that is what that is actually signifying. Okay, this little map over to the right, that is our 30-year average temperatures as we go week to week. And this is what it's forecasted to be. So, we really see a broad jump right around the 17th of June. We see a big jump, and then it starts to level back out again. So 2 to 3 degrees above average for the month of June. And of course on the precipitation side, we're just about all of west central Missouri is sitting at 110% to 150% of average. Now, average rainfall for the month of June is looks like right around 6 to 7 inches of rainfall. So With that in mind, that's what we are expected to get this June, which is well above average. I do believe average. Let's see. I think average was sitting right around 4 to 4.5 inches of rainfall. And right now we're expected to be sitting somewhere between the 6 to 7 inch range. Now, if we take a look at this graph right here, this one here is going to tell us week to week. Here's 100% of average, meaning over those 5 weeks, say roughly an inch of rain, maybe a little bit more. And notice that this first week of June, we're at 100 and almost 160% of over average. So we can expect a very wet first week of June, about average over the next couple weeks, and then we'll have a dry week as we end the month of June. And remember, when we looked at the global predictor, we were looking at that 4th of July holiday from July 1st through the July 6th, 7th, and it was really dry. So we can expect the last week of June into the first full week of July of being extremely dry, but then we're going to pick back up again, as July and August are both showing at least 100% of average. So I don't think moisture is going to be a problem, especially for the farmers, over the course of the summer. Now, we're going to have our hot spells. We're going to have our dry spells where we don't receive rain for a week. But overall, we should have plenty of moisture this summer. Hey, Catherine. How are you? So, it's as a farmer. I'm not a farmer, but as a farmer, I would be relatively excited over what's in store for the rest of spring as we go into the summer month, because we have not seen a year like this in quite some time. Now, we did get that 9 inches of rain back a month and a half ago. That was very, very unusual. That really led to a lot of crop ground being covered in water. A lot of replanting had to happen. But all the ponds are full. The hay fields, I don't think, have ever looked better. And so I think as we go forward, I think this is going to be a year that they're going to be very happy with by harvest time. So that's exciting for them, because they have been really stressed over the last 3 years out there in the fields. So this is good news for them. Yes, hurricane season starts. Hurricane season starts on June 1st, and right now, if anybody has maybe followed that any at all, they're saying this could be definitely the most active hurricane stretch that we've ever seen. Now, they're projecting more hurricanes this year than they ever have. Now, this is according to the National Weather Service, and of course the National Hurricane Center, as well as a couple colleges that actually have thrown their name into the ring that predicts hurricane development. But the way that this system is set up, I'm kind of anxious to. I think the LRC and Gary is going to be rolling out their hurricane prediction here in the next week or so. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what the LRC is showing. In which that's kind of what I'm in the process of doing right now, because I can take this map that we're looking at right now, and I can throw pretty much all of the take that off. I can throw all of the southern states. We're close to them anyway, and we can sit there and take a look at where's Florida. Get Florida, and let's get the Carolinas in here. South Carolina, Florida. Let's go Texas. And let's do a different timeline. Let's go from March 1st through, say, September 1st. And we're going to go ahead and hit apply. So we're going to take a look at some of the southern states. This is what I've been kind of doing. I'm kind of writing down on my calendar. And kind of seeing where, maybe what weeks are like extremely wet for a certain area. And say Florida is expected to get super wet over the course of those 4 or 5 months. So let's take a look at this is going to be, if you notice right down here in Miami, you notice they're expecting 27 to 33 inches of rainfall. Now, I'm expecting the southern Florida to be extremely active during the hurricane season. And again, maybe up here by Tallahassee, as well as maybe southern Louisiana. However, down in Texas, during hurricane season, they're not necessarily a real strong indicator that there's going to be a whole lot of action over here in the Gulf. Most of it is going to be coming in off the Atlantic side, and looks like it's really going to hit southern Florida. So I've been kind of pinpointing some of these areas over hurricane season, and kind of writing down in my calendar. And so it's kind of a neat thing that I've been doing just to see how the LRC is stacking up against all of these predictions. So, Catherine, you got a birthday, Nader. Oh, can you get a birthday, Nader, for July 13th? That's going to be a tough part of the year to get a tornado now, but we'll have to see about that. I don't think so, Brian. I don't think we have to worry too much about that. And the main reason is because the way the system is, it's not the typical systems like we have seen over the last month. And one of the main reasons I say that is, and I'm just going to jump over here to the national map here real quick, and I'll kind of show you. We'll go to the 500 millibar chart, and you notice how this we went from a split. Kind of a split jet stream where you had one up north and you had a strong one down south, and we're kind of left in the middle, right? Well, you notice the main jet stream has been riding a little bit further north, and that's typically what it does when it begins that summertime pattern. The jet stream begins to retreat back up to the north, bring the severe chances to the upper Midwest and places like North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota. They're kind of coming into their severe storm season. But if you notice, just like we are on right now, let me turn my pencil on. This right here is a ridge, and that is a sign of more stable air. It's not that big bowling ball trough like what you see right here. You know, that's all up here to the north. But you see these little impulses, these little dips right here? Those little dips right there are our chances of rain. That's nothing like what we were seeing 3-4 weeks ago when we were seeing those bowling ball troughs come flying in right across Missouri, and the southern jet stream was sending these impulses of strong winds up above 18,000 feet above our heads, right up through west central Missouri, giving them the ability to spin, producing supercells, strong severe storms. These are likely not going to be as severe as what we had seen here in the past, but any severe storm has the potential. But I just don't think we're going to see that wide area of severe storms like we had seen here over the last 4 weeks. But, we're still a little ways away. And if I put this into motion, let's just put this in here into motion, like right here. This is a little dip right here that we're going to be watching. Okay, this is for Friday night. This is when we're going to be getting those rain and thunder showers. See that little dip? Nothing like we see a big old dip up here. And then of course, as we move on, we see little dips, but we don't see that big trough coming in. Okay, now as we head into next week, you notice now this is a strong system right here. You see how that thing is negatively tilted. That means that the strongest upper level winds are all going to be out in front of the storm, meeting the warm moist air below, so you will get strong storms right here. Now, how far this low sinks will determine our level of severity for next Monday and Tuesday. I hope that makes sense. We just have not seen those big areas of low pressure, those big troughs down here, and it's going to continue to move to the north, that jet stream, until we get into the summertime pattern. When we get in a summertime pattern, that's when the jet stream is way up here in Canada. And that's where all the storm chasers go. They go up here in Manitoba and up in Canada to storm chase at that when we're having our summer. But right after Monday and Tuesday, remember me talking about a ridge? Look at this ridge going through the rest of next week. This right here, that's a happy ridge. And this is going to be nice weather, because this is going to be associated with the with the high pressure system. It means it's going to be sinking air. And when you have sinking air, you can't have clouds and you have beautiful weather. So we might actually have a pretty decent weekend next weekend from this particular model run, but we're over a week away, so we still got plenty of time for that thing to change around. All right, so just a brief recap here, guys. We've talked a little bit about the long range forecast. For tonight we have this line of showers and thunder showers that are now just making their way into Vernon County. They will continue to move off to the east. They will weaken as they come in. Not that they're strong to begin with, but we'll get just a few showers tonight. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, several rounds of scattered rain showers, thunder showers. By the time it's all said and done, right now we're looking at maybe 3/10 to 3/4 of an inch. I'd say is going to be pretty common around west central Missouri. So probably a little bit heavier amounts over here by the state line, maybe from Nevada, Butler, and points to the west. They might have a little better chance to see an inch of rainfall or a little better. But for the most part, it's we're going to have a pretty nice weekend with highs in the 70s. And there'll be quite a bit of cloud cover maybe on Saturday, but outside of just a scattered shower, we ought to be sitting pretty good for the weekend. So again, we've got hopefully everybody can read the chat, whether you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. We did do some changes with that chat so that everybody can read it. There was a couple suggestions talking about how small the print was and it's kind of blurry. So hopefully everybody can read the chat. We have several new ways of being able to help support the channel. Facebook, you can send stars. They're like a penny a piece. And then over on YouTube, I know a couple people actually tried it tonight with a super chat. There's a few things you can do on YouTube to help support the channel as well. So that's pretty exciting. We got a couple emails last week talking about because of the popularity of our streams and our Facebook page, they are actually going to help support the channel. So that was pretty cool. I was pretty excited about that. So again, there's not going to be a whole lot of changes with the going forecast that I had posted over the weekend. So with the exception of Saturday and Sunday, the rain chances have dropped just a little bit. So it's not going to be a washout. We might just have to fight through a couple of very scattered showers on Saturday, but for the most part, it's going to be a nice weekend. So I will update. Let's see here. I will be updating tomorrow night on our social media pages. Will not be going live stream tomorrow or Saturday, but my next live stream I am planning on Sunday morning. We'll do a facelift on the website as well, bring up some new videos, a little bit more in-depth weather blog as well. So make sure you go check that out throughout the day on Sunday. See all the new information that we put on our website at subbysweathertalk.com. And again, guys, I sure appreciate all the support. And again, if you haven't, make sure you guys like the Subby's advisory page. Because of Facebook rules, they will not allow us to live stream anymore in groups for whatever reason. So I noticed that we have several more thousand people in our group than what we do on the advisory page, as far as people liking the page so that they get notifications. And I really would love to see more people like the page so they get notifications. It kind of concerns me a little bit, especially in severe storms. If I'm going live on the advisory channel, I want to make sure those people in the group know that I'm live and how to get to me. So if you have not liked the advisory page, make sure you do that, and we'll try to get more people from the group to like our advisory page, because all of our live feeds are on there. All of the software that gives up to the minute warnings, watches, and advisories, it's all on that page. So definitely want to get everybody onto that page. Hey, Sally. If you just jumped on, we just kind of discussed a little bit about the weekend forecast. We're going to have maybe some showers, thunder showers overnight tonight, and several periods throughout tomorrow. We will see rain and thunder showers. It will be kind of off and on situation tomorrow. But then after, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, we're really just going to be left with a pretty nice weekend. Just a few scattered chances of showers on Saturday, but they're going to be far and few between. So we ought to have a really nice weekend. So if anybody has plans outside, our next live feed. This is my advisory page. Absolutely, Sally. Yep, this is my advisory page where you're actually watching this on Facebook. That is on the advisory page. We also stream on Twitter, or X, so to speak, and we also do YouTube. Jim Sublette 942, Subby's Weather Talk on YouTube. So we typically get, we'll get, during severe storms, we'll have 900 to 1,000 people on Facebook, and we'll have 400 or 500 on YouTube. So, the more people that tune in to the live feed during severe weather, I feel like, that's a huge service to the community. Hey, you bet, Sandy. Yeah, most people thought that I'd take a little break when the weather is nice, but weather affects us every day. We got to know when it's going to rain, when it's not going to rain. So I'm just thankful that it doesn't look like I'm going to have to be up and do an all-nighter over the weekend again. Because I think I'm still reeling from that. I haven't caught up with my sleep yet, but that's what we do here to keep everybody informed. So glad to do it. And if anybody has any questions, remember Sunday morning, probably around 8 o'clock is typically the normal time that I do a live stream, and we'll take a look at next week's severe storm chances, and we'll do the global predictor. So again, if anybody has any outdoor activities, wedding, birthday parties, maybe a fishing trip, anywhere around the world, we'll take a look at the global predictor and get you a forecast for that particular day up to 5 months in advance. So, and that's all brought on by you, the viewers, and the members of Subby's Weather Talk through your generosity during our spring big raffle. So, matter of fact, I've already got 4 prizes for next spring's raffle drawing. So, we're already getting prizes for next spring. So I guess that pretty much locks me into having to do this at least through next spring. So I don't see any chance of not doing this. This is kind of my passion. I enjoy to do this. Levy's one of the partners of Nader Boys. And of course, we all know Nader Boys. Hopefully everybody here has followed and liked their page as well. They got some, I know Isaac does great work doing some videos of cameras and doing a time-lapse, beautiful time-lapse of thunderheads and lightning, and there are homegrown West Central Missouri storm chasers, so we sure appreciate teaming up with those guys. And Isaac is also during the last couple severe outbreaks, he's been my right hand man, sitting behind me, keeping an eye on radar and helping keep everybody safe. MH, how are you tonight, buddy? And we got Julia. Hey, girl. Hey, I caught the video of you swimming. Man, you're like a frog out there in the water. Great job. If I don't know if anybody is just coming on or not. let me know if maybe you missed some of it. And this is going to be posted here after I get done with the feed. It'll be posted in the room if you want to go back and watch parts or clips of it. But we're going to have a line of showers moving in overnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. Several periods of rain and showers, but then clear out tomorrow night, and actually going to have a pretty decent weekend with just a couple scattered chances of showers on Saturday. And again, guys, if anybody wants to help support the room, we got a couple awesome new programs. We've got, of course, stars through Facebook. We have Super Chat, and I'm not sure what other little goodies YouTube has there to help support the room, whether it's a few pennies or $1, whatever it might be. I'm going to be using that for internet. I am going to be getting the fiber internet here. It should be setting up sometime here over the next 6 weeks, so excited over that. We'll be able to stream lightning fast then. But any support you guys give me, you guys have been so awesome over the last couple years, help supporting the page, so I do appreciate that. Oh, super stickers. I don't know. That's what I told my sis. I said, hey, check all this stuff out, because you get an email from YouTube and says, hey, congratulations, you can earn money with your channel. And they talked about stars and super chat and many more functions. So I'm not sure exactly what all is out there, but that's kind of cool. All right, guys. Well, listen, if anybody has any questions, shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Angie, if she's watching tonight, I do believe that here in the next week or so, we should be getting our Respect the Polygon t-shirts out and about. So I am excited about that. That was so awesome of Angie to do that. And I appreciate each and every one of you that got a t-shirt. I'm anxious to get mine. They look super cool. So thank you guys. If you guys got a shirt from Angie, some of those proceeds are going to help offset some costs of the room as well. So pretty exciting. A lot of new things coming down to shoot. And again, we were able to take advantage of some new software with Rapid Sweep that really was beneficial during our last severe storm outbreak, in which we were getting updates on radar every minute and a half. Now that's some of the fastest speeds that's out there, period, hands down. Most of your media stations, all of your apps, say Channel 4, 5, 9, they get their refreshed about every 4 minutes. And we were able to get, during the height of those severe storms, we were able to get those updates a minute and a half apart. It don't sound like a lot, but trust me, getting an update every minute and a half of what a storm is doing is crucial when you are tracking strong, dangerous thunderstorms. So that's awesome. Okay, guys. Well, I tell you what. Well, hey, Ange. I just saw you jump in there. I'm going to go ahead and I'll let you guys get back to your relaxing Thursday night. And again, I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a great Friday. It's shaping up to be a better weekend than what we thought. Just some isolated showers on Saturday. Total rainfall about a ½ inch is going to be pretty standard throughout West Central Missouri, maybe a little less. But no severe weather for the weekend. So maybe I get caught up on a little bit of sleep. Next live stream, Sunday morning, 8 a.m. We'll be talking about severe storm chances next week and the global predictor. So thank you guys. Have a great night and be talking to you soon.